understand? Do you feel the same?
The super hit show Lucifer is a great series with a huge fan base on Netflix. Neil Gaiman and Mike Carey have produced the comic books that the show is based on. With a consecutive 5 seasons under its belt, the show is filled with memorable characters and unique plot lines. Lucifer is a police drama mixed with the supernatural. You couldn't ask for better, right? I'm sure you love it just as much as we do. In today's list, we'll be ranking the most loved characters and the most hated ones, starting with the ones we love to hate. Spellbound, we have watched all these characters over the last 5 years, facing everything that life can throw at them. One thing is for sure, they are all as tough as nails. In the midst of all these angels and demons flying and running around, there is a handful of LAPD officers trying to keep it all under control. We all know who the real star of this nail-biting show is, but first things first. Before we start our list, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with those notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. So here we go again, starting with our least favorite and ending up with our most beloved charismatic characters. Here we go. Number 1. First out of the traps, we got the eternally grumpy Dan Espinosa. This guy... what a schmuck he is. In everything he says or does, he is best summed up with the words of Lucifer himself as Dan the douche. He is the thorn in everybody's side, that excruciating piece of dog poop that gets stuck under your shoe just when you are merrily on your way to meet the love of your life and refuses to budge no matter how hard you scrape it against the side of the road. Always complaining about everything and never ceasing to be judgmental. That's Dan Espinosa to a T. The fact that he doesn't have the slightest clue what is happening right in front of his very nose is just one more on a long list of totally unendearing qualities. To cut a long, dreary story short, no one likes him. Espinosa is everybody's least favorite character. We're so tired of him and his tiresome obsessions, hating Lucifer and picking on him all the time. Get over it already, Dan Espinosa. Get a real life. Next up, number 2. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Now we've got the amazingly annoying Eve to deal with. Let's not even get started on that nagging piece of desperation. She is never-ending and really exhausting to watch. Eve is just an empty shell. Turn her upside down and nothing will fall out. Nothing of any real interest, at least. There is no depth to her character. Could anyone be more superficial? She only recently joined the show and we already can't wait for her to leave again. Our concentration has been fixed solely on her, painful as she is, and Lucifer, taking our attention away from our dream matchup of Lucifer and Chloe. That's probably why we don't like her. She's getting in the way of true love. No one can stand an immovable object like Eve. Number 3, the goddess, Charlotte. At the lowest point in the Lucifer saga, Charlotte gets possessed by God's wife, the goddess of all creation, who at the same time just happens to be our hero, Lucifer's mom. Try getting your little head around that. This makes her whole storyline so hard to keep up with. Of course, all great stories expect us to suspend disbelief, but this is more than just ridiculous. It's just about impossible to believe that one moment she is Lucifer's mother, and the next she is just a plain human being. It really doesn't quite add up, and we diehard Lucifer fans feel a bit freaked out with the idea that a mother dresses in such sexy outfits and interferes in her son's love life. Man, that is inappropriate. Obviously, we didn't like her from the beginning, as she was the bad guy seeking to kill Lucifer's girl. Fans were glad to see her depart from the show. Good riddance to a totally unbelievable rubbish. Spot number 4. Strange Father Kinley is the main antagonist of Season 4. He is surely one of the weirder characters that we've seen on this already weird show. Father Kinley, bless him, is entirely obsessed with religion, theories of existence, and prophecy. He is always trying to turn Chloe against Lucifer, and trying to make her scared of him. Naturally, we despise him for that, because once again, we are rooting for Chloe and Lucifer. True love never ran smoothly. But this is ridiculous. Why do we have to put up with that irritating romance-killing clown of a priest? Now, we're at number 5. Marcus Pierce, aka Cain, the dastardly psychopath that murdered his poor brother, Abel, in the Old Testament, is full of it. This client's treacherous demeanor is not the kind we like. No way, Jose. Acting like a hero, but with deep, dark motives behind the scenes, there's no way we can put up with his shenanigans. The worst part of it all is that he is a criminal acting like he's in the police. Dodgy, right? But to top it all off, Marcus insists on worming himself into Chloe's life and causing trouble between her and Lucifer. That's what we really don't want. Another deal-breaking spanner in the works. Will Chloe and Lucifer ever hit it off? Not with the slimy likes of Marcus breathing down everyone's back. Next up at number 6. Here at long last, last is the cute girl, Trixie Espinoza, whom we all love to love. Yes, we have finally dealt with the least popular, most irksome characters and are on to the ones we love. This kind daughter of detectives Dan and Chloe always has something sweet and funny to say and brings a lighter feel to the show. We feel sad that we don't get to see her more than we do. They only give her a few scenes every now and then, just to be nice. So we would have to admit she is a very neglected character, and it's truly a shame because there is so much potential with her storyline. On to number 7. Sassy Linda is a psychologist not only for all the characters, but for the viewers too. She is a brutally honest woman who doesn't play around and tells it exactly how it is. She knows what she wants in life and what she expects from others. Her lines are never boring, and fans adore her relationship with Amenadiel. She is clearly the most mature character on our show, even more mature than the angelic beings who seem thousands of years older than her. She seems to have never-ending patience with everyone, and she always knows what to say. We love her, too, because of all the effort she has put in to help Lucifer, where many other people, and who could blame them, would have just run out screaming for the hills if they encountered the devil himself. Never mind being his psychologist. This girl is brave, and even without powers, she is everyone's hero. She holds all the characters together and is really a mom to all our favorite characters. Next off, number 8. The celestial Amenadiel is the son of God, who is stunning his spellbound audience with his mighty physique and his fun-loving personality. We have seen his character grow from judgmental, self-righteous, and a bit obnoxious to a carefree and caring guy that everyone loves. He used to find humans appalling, but changed his mind once Lucifer showed him the way. Now that he has moved house, Earth is his home instead of heaven. Now we have number 9, the devilish Mazakeen. Not only is she hot as hell, but that sarcasm carries her far with her fans. Those insults of hers leave us wanting more and more of her delightful torture. Maze has made friends throughout the series, such as Chloe and Dan's daughter, Trixie. This friendship is something that stands out for fans and showcases her sweet and caring side. Loyal to the core, she always has Lucifer's back, and fans love their bond and history together. Number 10 is finally coming up. Chloe, girl next door and LAPD detective with a heart of gold, is a passionate, sweet-natured character who has been through the mill throughout the last 5 seasons. From trying to protect society from murders and crooks to being a parent and a good friend, surely she has suffered enough. How can we find fault with her? Her only weakness is Lucifer, who seems to always get under her skin. We love their connection and have been waiting in awe for them to get together. The duo makes a perfect detective team, but deep down, we obviously want them to be much more than just friends and colleagues. She lives a little in Lucifer's shadow because he is the morning star, but that doesn't mean she isn't a star in her own right. She deserves a bit of the action too. Here we are at number 11, the main man himself, the charming Lucifer. Starting from season 1, as the carefree bar owner who parties for a living, he becomes a caring man who puts others above himself. Fans absolutely adore the sexy actor's northern accent, humor, and overall charisma. He is the most loved on the show and enjoys the biggest fan base. Without dear old Lucy, there could be no show. Not only because his name is the title, but because the whole story revolves around him, and we have seen him for 5 seasons. Most fans have a crush on him by now. If it's not for his piano and singing skills, it's him showing off his rippling body and giving us devilish smiles. What makes him so likable is that he cares about people and doesn't wish them harm. He just likes to be naughty sometimes. Hopefully season 6 will bring us some more characters who we can either hate or love, or both love and hate at the same time. The sad part is that season 6 might be the show's last according to the showrunners. Please, no. That's it for today's, guys. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.